Have you ever dealt with someone who always seems to be focused on themselves, eager for praise and attention, but lacking empathy? If so, you might have been involved with someone suffering from narcissistic personality disorder, known as NPD. But what does it really mean to interact with someone with this disorder? And what are the common phrases that might reveal the presence of NPD in a person? In this video, we will explore together 9 typical phrases spoken by individuals with narcissism and unveil the true meaning behind those words. Are you ready to learn more about this topic? Then, without further ado, let's dive into the world of narcissistic personality disorder. It is important that you watch this video until the end, because you will discover exactly how to recognize the signs of narcissistic behavior and protect yourself emotionally. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel Pearls of Wisdom, and now let's begin. Interacting with someone suffering from narcissistic personality disorder can be a complex and often frustrating experience. These people tend to be dominated by an exaggerated sense of self-importance, constantly seeking admiration and approval from others. This can translate into egocentric, manipulative, and empathy-lacking behavior. In the context of personal relationships, interacting with an individual with NPD can mean being constantly subjected to their quest for praise and admiration, while your needs and feelings might be ignored or minimized. Conversations can become one-sided, focused exclusively on their achievements, desires, and needs. Furthermore, these individuals can be manipulative to get what they want without caring about the consequences. In short, interacting with someone with narcissistic personality disorder can mean navigating an emotionally unstable terrain where relational dynamics are often dominated by selfishness and the pursuit of personal advantage. Let's now examine the 9 common phrases that people with narcissistic personality disorder often say, analyzing the true meaning behind them. Remember that our goal is not to label or judge, but rather to better understand this condition and learn to recognize it in our daily interactions. 1. I am the best you will ever have. This phrase, spoken by a narcissist, reflects their excessive belief in being superior to anyone else. When narcissists say this phrase, they seek to instill in the interlocutor a sense of luck and gratitude for having them in their life. They want the person to feel privileged to have their involvement and presence, and at the same time, they want to question the possibility of finding someone else of equal or greater value. In reality, behind this statement lies a profound sense of arrogance. These individuals consider themselves so unique and extraordinary that they believe no one can compete with them or meet the standards they have set. They want others to feel dependent and unable to find someone better than them so they can maintain control and unreserved admiration. 2. Don't get your hopes up. When a person with NPD says this phrase, they are trying to tear down the hopes and ambitions of the interlocutor. They want to make the other person feel inadequate and worthless, suggesting that their actions or goals are not realistic or achievable. In reality, behind this statement is a hidden desire to sabotage the other's success or happiness. The narcissist might pretend to be happy for their achievements, but actually feels envy and resentment. They want the other person to fail because this confirms their sense of superiority and makes them feel better compared to others. Moreover, the narcissist wants to maintain control and influence over the other person's life, making them feel less important or less capable. They seek to retain power in the relationship and ensure that the interlocutor remains dependent on them. 3. We don't need anyone else. When a person with NPD says this phrase, they are trying to isolate the interlocutor from others, both emotionally and socially. In reality, behind this statement is the desire to maintain control and influence over the other person's life. Narcissists tend to have a constant need for attention and admiration, and seek to ensure that the interlocutor is always available to meet these needs. Isolating the interlocutor from others can make it easier for the narcissist to maintain their dominance over the person and control their actions and decisions. Additionally, declaring that they don't need anyone else can be an attempt to create an emotional dependency in the other person. By making the other feel indispensable and unique, the narcissist tries to ensure that the interlocutor remains attached to them for exclusive approval, support, and affection. 4. You only succeed because of my help. Behind this statement is a desire for self-exaltation and control. The narcissist wants to feel important and indispensable in the other person's life, so they try to attribute the other's successes and victories to themselves. This allows them to consolidate their sense of superiority and maintain control over the person, making them feel dependent on their help and support. Moreover, declaring that the other person's success entirely depends on their help can be a way to undermine the victim's self-esteem and independence. The narcissist wants to make the other feel incapable of achieving success without them, creating an emotional and psychological dependency on their presence. 5. If you could only have one friend, who would it be? Although this might seem like a simple, harmless question, it is actually a subtle way to manipulate emotionally. When a narcissist asks this question, they are trying to put the interlocutor in a difficult choice situation, with the implicit goal of being chosen as the only friend. If the victim doesn't respond with the narcissist's name, the latter might react with anger or contempt, and might even turn their back on them. In reality, behind this question is the narcissist's desire to confirm their own sense of personal importance and have control over the relationship. They want to be considered indispensable in the other person's life and try to undermine their relationships with other people, making them choose them as the only option. Additionally, this question can be used to create an emotional dependency, making the other believe that they are their only true friend and that other people are not important or worthy of consideration. 6. You are not the center of the world. When a narcissistic person says this phrase, they are trying to belittle or ignore the interlocutor's problems or needs, implicitly stating that only they are important. In reality, behind this statement is the narcissist's desire to draw attention to themselves and be the center of every situation. These people tend to be dominated by extreme egocentrism, constantly seeking admiration and praise from others while neglecting or ignoring their feelings and needs. The narcissist wants everything to revolve around them and their experiences, and is not interested or concerned about what others are going through. Additionally, this phrase can be used to manipulate the interlocutor, making them feel guilty or selfish for trying to express their own feelings or needs. 7. I do all this because I love you. When a person with NPD makes this statement, they are trying to justify their abusive or manipulative behavior through the appearance of love and concern. In reality, by using love as a pretext, the narcissist seeks to make their prey feel guilty for any resistance or rebellion against their manipulation. They want the interlocutor to accept their toxic behavior as a demonstration of love, even though it is actually just an attempt to maintain power and control over the relationship. Additionally, this phrase can be used to create an emotional dependency in the interlocutor, making them believe that they are their only source of love and support. 8. I always defend you in front of others, and this is how you thank me. When a person with NPD says this phrase, they are trying to turn the other against the people they love, manipulating the perception of their social relationships. In reality, behind this statement is the narcissist's desire to create a sense of obligation or gratitude towards them. By using defense as a pretext, they seek to make the interlocutor feel indebted to them for preserving their honor or reputation. This helps them maintain control over the person and consolidate their position of power in the relationship. Moreover, this phrase can also be used to isolate the interlocutor from others and undermine their social relationships. Before proceeding with the last and most important point, if you are interested in learning how to recognize all types of dangerous people around you, watch our video, Eyes Wide Open, Learn to Recognize Bad and Fake People. The link is in the description. Let's continue. 9. It doesn't surprise me that no one else likes you. When a narcissistic person says this phrase, they are trying to undermine the interlocutor's self-esteem and confidence, making them believe that no one else can appreciate or love them. In reality, behind this statement is the narcissist's desire to keep the other dependent and emotionally attached to them. By using the lack of appreciation from others as a pretext, they seek to make the other feel inadequate and unloved, convincing them that only they can love or care for them. To watch our video, eyes wide open, learn to recognize bad and fake people, click now at the top right of the screen. And you, have you ever known a narcissistic person? Share your experience and thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video until the end. If it was helpful, leave us your valuable like and subscribe to the channel Pearls of Wisdom for more content like this. Additionally, share it with anyone you think could benefit from it. See you in the next video.